everybody, hope you are well. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I have got an empty space behind me. That is not much room to build a rally car. That really is not. It's how wide is that? 2 meters wide or something like that. So she's there, she's out, ready to go to Steve and Kaz's house. So let's go. See, it's not a new day, by the way. I've just changed my shirt because it is baking. I don't know what is up with these last 3 days, but it has been hot. So off we go to Steve and Kaz's. Hello, Caroline. So this is Caroline, wife of Steve. Thank you for letting me borrow your carriage. All right, thank you. So we've got Ronda off the trailer, and we're making our way down the drive into said garage. So let's go. Right, you tell me how near we are. And then steer in at the last minute. What? Am I near that grey thing? That big curve coming up?
You're alright.
Will that fit in there? Or do you need to come across more?
A little bit more.
Cool.
Come back a little bit. Hang on, just hang on. If I give her a big push,
Yeah.
do you reckon?
I'll say stop at the same time.
Yeah, right. Push the wheel, isn't it? To the left.
Yeah.
Hang on. So we'll do that. I'll give it a massive shove. Reckon it'll go in?
Yeah.
It'll
It's
go in.
alright my size.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Missed?
You missed my size.
Oh, cool.
Don't know about you.
I think we need to turn left now. But I can't get to the steering wheel. I'll have to do a big push again, won't I? Oh, we're in now, aren't we?
Yeah,
Steve was saying, oh, I don't know if it'll fit in, you know.
Room.
Right, ready? We'll bring it back a little bit and we'll have to do a big bump. Right, 1, 2, 3. Go. And she's in.
Here we are, Ronda's build space. Thanks again for Steve and Kaz. I've literally just taken over the shop at the minute. We have got boxes on boxes, but Ronda's in a garage. I think this is probably the first time ever I've actually had somewhere to prep it. Literally another hottest day of the year to get a car in the garage and push it along the street, but she's in. So like I said, we've got a million things to unbox. We'll be doing that on the live stream on Sunday. So tune in for that. But for now, she's home. Now then everybody, new day. And day number 1 on Honda's rebuild. So I've got her in Steve's garage. I've had my ears lowered, got my hair done. A bit of a shave. Got to make myself look a bit presentable. God, it's another hot one today. But I am trying to get rid of all the big stuff. And so to create a bit more room in here. So first job is back bumper and then probably the fuel tank to get back on. And then underneath the car is the exhaust and the sills as well. So we'll get all the big stuff out of the way, create a bit more room, and I won't feel as bad as taking up all the Steve's space in his garage then. So job's a good one. Let's crack on. Right, so job number 1, we are here. So we've got these little brackets that I made up a little while ago. They do need a bit of a wire brush, and these sit on here like that, and they hold the springs for the rear boot lid, because at the moment the boot lid keeps flying up, so I need to get these back on. So I'll clean these up, give them a bit of black paint, and leave them in the sun for a sec and get them bolted on. So there we go, back bumper's all on. Done a lot nicer job of it this time. So put a little riv nut on here, I'll just show you underneath. So on these brackets, little riv nut, 1 bolt through, job's a good one. Same up there in the middle, and the same on the other side. And the same on here as well. Put a nice little riv nut, damn sight easier, everything's captive, faster as anything. Steve's here giving us a hand. Thank you very much, Steve, for lending me your garage again.
No worries.
Just sticking some rear lights in and on to the next job. So we're just putting the, just noticing these lights are a little bit dull. Steve's on the buffer. This is Steve's full-time job at work. He's a handy body lad. Works for Bodyworks Direct in Morecambe. So like I say, we've got a little bit of overspray from previous fixes on these, and they're a little bit dull. Look at that. Come up like new already. Doesn't take a lot, does it?
No, it should come back.
Yeah, that's impressive. Hey, she's going to be shining good once it's all done. We've got quite a fair bit of overspray to get rid of her though. Just looking on this boot lid here, you can hear it. So yeah, we've a bit of tidying up to do on the outside, but she'll come around. Just to show you a bit of a comparison, it's got a nice shiny red light there now. Look at this side. That is dull as you like. Steve's working his magic. Impressive.
Stuff.
So this is what I've been using, is riv nuts. So riv cert they're called. I'm sure everyone's heard about them. You get this little tool here. You wind one of these onto here, and then you pull that, and it pulls it in, and that's what crimps it on the back. So it's much nicer, and riv nut everything. It's damn sight easier to undo stuff rather than nuts and bolts. So just going to need a bit of a once over, some black paint. Everything that's going on car, we're just doing a bit of paint. So next up, I'm just going to get the car jacked up. Steve's on the polishing bumper, getting rid of all overspray, and it's come up really nice actually. So as you can see, top of the car needs a bit of work doing to it as well. So yeah, we'll lightly go over it with buffer. Jobs are good in. So next job, fuel tank. So we'll have that back in so it don't take much room up. So I'm just under the car here, just rerouting brake line. So got that all nicely tucked in there, zip tied on there, and then it goes through into the body just up there. Got this original bracket back on, handbrake cable nice and neat through there, back to the rubber grommets up there. We'll do the same again for this side, and then we'll have the tank back in. Jobs are going in. There we go, fuel tank's back in. Bit of a nightmare job to be fair. Me and Steve were proper struggling. These straps do not want to play ball, but they're in, and all looking good. So all the same colour as car and everything. Jobs are good in. Right, next job. Right, so wiring loom's back in. I curled it up here onto the dash. There's ECU to live down in that bottom section down there. There's a fuse box as well with those 2 big plugs there. That sits next to it down there in that bottom. But we've got the rear cables in. So that's the wiring loom. That splits off, goes to the fuel tank, that bit there. This bit goes on the inner wing. Comes round here, into the rear lights there, along there, and into the rear lights there. So another job done. So cracking on. Next up, I think the next job is to sort out that mess over there, because there's a lot of stuff. So we have got quite a lot of new stuff going back on the car, but other stuff is just to tidy up. So I've done, put some black rivets in. They had some silver rivets, and they go on the boot just up there. So I'm going to do a bit of a machine polish up there, and then tidy that up. But other stuff that to go on the back of the car, or back onto the car. Some heat shields down there for the exhaust, and then there's this thing. Just going to tidy it up. It's white, internal wheel arches. It just stops that fuel filler pipes just on this inner section here. It just goes on here and then stops them getting any stone chips or anything onto them. We don't want no holes in no pipes So yeah, we'll get some nice bit of black paint on this and the job's a good one. There we go, quick paint job, tidy up. Happy days. It's probably dry already, it's that hot out here. On to the next. It is a warm one today, ice cream break. Just having a look around Steve's garage. I'll spin the camera around for you. So what's the history with this one, Steve? 205. When did you have that?
2015, 16, twin 45s, fancy cabinet.
That was like, was that a sprint car?
Yeah, sprint car, yeah.
So it had a cage in it as well, didn't it?
Cages in it, belts in it, seats in it. It was log books as a sprint car.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that had it before.
It was a clean thing that as well, wasn't it?
Nice shell, non-sunroof, plate diff. Nice
Yeah.
kit.
And then what's this one? I remember this one.
1600, 16 mile sack zone.
This is on Barben Hill Climb.
Yeah.
Before
throttle bodies.
That was a nice. That did back.
Yeah, it was a nice bit of kit. That.
Yeah. I'll stick a link in this video in the description of Stevie in car with that one on Anglesey. So you've got a nice video on there. There's a few more track day pictures of Steve. He just seemed to like his Clios back in the day.
There's a French theme, isn't there?
There is a French theme, isn't there?
If it was rubbish and broke a lot, I seem to like it.
And then that was the first one that you had, didn't it?
Yeah, that one.
Silver one.
That was a good day with discs glowing.
Oh, it wasn't it? That's down at Alton Park, isn't it?
Both fire.
So Steve's from a motorsport background as well. Went into cars for day one, road rallying and all sorts of stuff. But like I say, it is a hot one today.
It's hot. It's like 36 degrees in it. It's hot.
So just going to start clearing this, organise it, shall we say, so we know what we're doing. Anything we come to then can go on the car, so that'll be a damn sight easy, won't it? But yeah, thank you again for Steve. Got a lot more space. Tell you what, I've been more productive now
Yeah, we've got a bit
in this garage since, you know, me being at home on bloody driveway. So
4 hours of that.
4 hours, and we've got the back, basically the back part of the car all sort of done. We've got a fuel tank on, it's strapped. We've got just put these on. So they had some silver rivets in, did my head in. We've taken them off, undrilled them, polished this little bit here. So she's going to look like a new one once we're done. But yeah, backlights are in. A little bit of space, a lot more productive. So seems to be a theme there, doesn't there? But yeah, we'll maybe even get these doors off at some point as well. Might be a bit easier to be building in and out. But like I say, we've got more room, so we don't know if we need to now. Look at that, we can get bloody door open. Not touching an Audi, imagine that. Right, anyway, on to the next. So just drilling some holes for these little badgers, if it focuses. So these are some little rivets and little zip ties. So I've actually hidden them that well you can hardly see. So I've got a little cable tie there with one just underneath, a little black rivet. Keeps the cable on nice and tidy. So I've just drilled a hole here for one, for this cable. Come up with this little method. So obviously a little bit of swarf and stuff. Tap, tap, tap. No swarf anywhere. Job is a good one. So you pick up any little bits. Keeps the car nice and tidy. Well, I'll impress my little self anyway. But yeah. Keeps it all nice and clean in there. Or try to anyway. There's not really a right lot of holes that I need to drill or create any swarf in there because the handbrake cable will be going back. Handbrake will be going back there. I'd have left the other ones in actually because they were absolutely perfect in the position that we're in. I just painted them rather than drilling them all out and starting all again. And you know, come on. So yeah, they're all in the right place. And then yeah, so just put an extra one in here for this fuel line. But got that routed across the back there, that cable. A bit of a weird sort of position, but there's not really much else you can do. It's either got to go across or go across. So it would normally be covered by, obviously, car trim, and you wouldn't see it, but that's the way that is. So jobs are good in. So I've got that in there now. So that's my little zip tie holder. So put a nice thin little, sit the cable just there. Bit difficult to do with the camera in as well. Bear with me. Nice. So that will sit there and then come along here. That one's for the brake line, which comes along there also, and then this will get a little tie in there. I think that's about it for the rear loom. This sits behind, has a little cutout section for the this side panel though, but I might put a little something in there just to hold that. But I was going to start routing it back here, but by the time this bit splits off, I don't think it would carry. But anyway, nice and neat. Job's a good one. No rattling about. Happy days. Whew, I tell you what, it's still a hot one. It's about 5 o'clock at night now. I've just got all tidied up, so I'm sat on the sofa and the thing. This is the pile of stuff that we need to put on the car. Some of it is old. I wouldn't say old, but it's just like wheel arches and stuff like that. Most of it's new though, to be fair. So the car's been here, what, half a day? No, sorry. We brought it in yesterday, didn't we? But I turned up today at about lunchtime. So I'll say about 1 o'clock, I'd say. And we've managed to get quite a bit done, which I'm quite happy about. So much, just a tiny little bit of space, and I think I just cracked on really, really well. So got quite a few more jobs to do. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more calming atmosphere rather than having to get all my tools out of a shed that take me about an hour to do the jobs that you want to do the jobs that you want to do in a really small space, then to, like, at the end of the day, put them all back into a shed again. So it'd take you about an hour and a half to get everything back in. But so with here, toolbox is there. I've got a very similar toolbox to this at my house, and it's in a shed. Can't open the lid of it. You've got stuff in front of it. Oh, it's just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So here, the amount of productivity you can do is pretty impressive. So, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it actually, working on the car. I've just found myself relaxed for the first time ever, rather than being outside in a baking sun. And it's just been nice. So totally realise I miss a garage. You don't realise until you get back into one. First day of working on Ronda today, and it's like, I've really missed a garage. So we'll get there one day. But yeah, so what have we got to do next? So we've got to get the outside bits done. Would be something like the bonnet catches. They're all rusty because the car's sat outside, so they need swapping. And then we need to put the rear arches on and stuff like that. But it's nice stuff, and we can put it back on with nice new hardware as well, and nicer hardware than it had on before. Does that make sense? So it's a lot nicer, neater job. Steve's been round just literally 10 minutes with a buffer this afternoon, and she's coming up really clean, even though the vinyl and everything got a little bit of overspray on stuff, not gonna lie, but it's cleaning up and it's nice. So I think she'll be quite a nice tidy thing once it's all back together. So, but yeah, so we're back tomorrow, I think, and we're gonna come and do the live feed. So if you're interested in that, you more than welcome to jump on. Tomorrow is Sunday, not quite sure, probably towards the end of the afternoon, so say around about 3, half 3, 4 o'clock, something like that. We're gonna do a live feed, and then fire your questions on there, join the chat, and see how we get on. Never done one before, so be a bit of a laugh. I've got a load of unboxing to do and show everybody what we've got to go back on the car and upgrades and stuff like that. So some find it interesting, some might not, but we're here anyway. I'm building it, and it's for future use as well. So I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. A little bit shorter than normal, but yeah, a lot nicer place to work. I really do. Thank you very much to Steve and Caroline for lending me a garage. I really appreciate it. It's just a lot easier and more focused on the car rather than looking for tools and stuff that you need. So, right, well, we'll see you on the live feed tomorrow. Feel free to click the subscribe button, click the bell, and get updates when we put new videos and stuff like that. So if you enjoy videos like this, there is more to come, let me assure you. But if you do want some flapjack, all you have to do is go to the link below in the description, and it's thewildbakery.co.uk. Here's the advert.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.